So when we moved in here, it was a normal house. We had the main bathroom, which has a bathtub, and 2 stand-up showers that I couldn't access. You get up in the morning, traipse through the house, roll through the house, get to the shower, and then once that door was closed, they couldn't get in.
Yeah, it's a safety hazard and it's a comfort. This house is not ADA accessible when we moved in 10 years ago. And it's taken 10 years to get this done. With the VA Veteran Affairs, they have a grant that's called the SAH grant. It's for combat injured veterans or medically disabled veterans that need to have their homes accommodated to safely accommodate their wheelchairs or any of their prosthetic devices so they can shower, eat, and all those things. When Edwin was medically discharged from the Army, he was pre-authorized this grant. The grant is for a certain amount of money, but it comes in installments. A lot of people in the civilian world don't work with the government unless it's the county or the city. It's scary, I think, for a lot of contractors to walk into that. I literally reached out to Ryan on a Facebook message 2 years ago, and he was like, I've never heard of that. Educate me. KHB, although it was a new venture for them, they were willing to stick it out. They were willing to make the 300 phone calls or the 300 emails. Ryan was very adamant about checking in every week with our liaison with the VA and making sure he checked in with us to know that he was still checking in with them, that he wasn't gonna back out. He wasn't gonna walk away like the other contractors did. He wasn't gonna allow a veteran, go another decade without having something to make him safe and comfortable. And I appreciate that as his wife and a veteran myself. I would hope somebody would take care of us. And they did.
We're pretty basic people, and so the bottom line was I want to roll out of my bed, into my chair, and roll into the shower. Safely, comfortably. That's basically what we told him. He said, I want to be able to shower after out of bed. And he's like, all right, well, this is what we have. And he worked with us on some of the things.
We assume other families, you know, when they remodel, they have a budget, it maybe has flex points in it, whereas our budget had 0 flex.
Yeah.
And KHB looked at those numbers and looked what they could give us and looked what they could do for us and gave us everything we asked for and more with such a tight budget.
They gave us a timeline and they pretty much stuck with it. Once these walls started being torn down, they're like, it's about 10 weeks. And it was like, okay, sure enough, I think it was even less than 10 weeks.
Tops 10, we're gonna try to squeeze you at 6,
Yeah.
I'll meet you in the middle.
It was like in the middle, and it was like, cool, thanks for keeping your word. Builder-Trend really did help.
It did.
It helped a lot.
It helped. And Guy really was great at communicating at the end of every day.
You know, every day we'd go and be like, okay, what's coming up tomorrow?
And I appreciate that as a person because I can sit at the end of the day after we're all done with kids and we can sit down and be like, oh yeah, they did that. Oh God, yeah, look at those pictures.
The crew, they're awesome. They're not just
professional.
They come in and they're not just, I'm just here to work. It was like they were human. They weren't just machines in here working.
They were professional, selfless, committed, long-term. They don't like string you along. It
was fun to watch it, literally. You know, go to bed, you see it, and then you wake up in the morning, you come and take a look, and you're like, wow, I forgot that's what they did. And once they do these closets up, that's when you were like, all right, stuff's really happening. We came in here, I think it was after they'd done the floor and the painting, and it was all empty. I got out of this chair and actually sat in that shower. And I didn't even take a shower, I just sat in that shower and leaned back for a good 5 minutes, just sitting there like, wow, this really happened.
That was the aha moment for me.
I mean, and then when my dad came in, because he's a plumber, so he had been working on some plumbing in here with the old bathroom. He came in here and he was just like, wow, but it wasn't like, wow, that looks good. Like, he was speechless. You know, I haven't had a negative experience with them.
2 years is a long time to stick by a client and not really know what's going on. And having faith that you helping out this client with this grant from the government is going to be successful. And every other contractor we had reached out to who had said that they could help us either stonewalled us and never returned our phone calls, allowed us to pick out fixtures and features and then just left. KHB never did that. Never once did they leave us behind.
Like literally, if there's anything in this whole process that meant anything to me, it's not that they gave me a bathroom, it's not that they allowed me to access the ramps. To me it was, we're gonna stick with you, like we're sticking through. you don't find that.
They're loyal.
The commitment, the loyalty,
They're
which
committed.
is, as a veteran, I'm looking for something like that. I'm looking for somebody who's committed.
We couldn't have done this. We tried. And we definitely could not have done this without KHB.